Let me tell y'all. So in the world of post office, let me tell you, I know I told y'all I didn't get not a single piece of political mail. Well, I'm never a liar and I like to correct myself. First of all, welcome on your way in. Pour up a shot. Get ready for tonight's trivia. We're doing Black Christmas movie trivia and you are going to love it. We need something light and we need to get prepared for the holidays. Mental health is enough right now. Let's try to do all good stuff. So let me tell you. I stand corrected. I got it in the mail today, but I don't lie on people. So, welcome. Hey, Beth. Yeah, I don't lie on people. So, we'll have our co-host introduce himself. We will start with our tickler. Please pour up a shot, roll something, get relaxed. Not too relaxed. Yesterday, I took a little bitty bite of something and I slept until today. I'm just now regaining my brain. So, co host, go ahead and introduce yourself and then we'll get started.
Yo, 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 this is your co-host, George Rabanero. Excuse the glasses. I'm practicing a alter ego. I'm trying to have yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I can channel the inner gangster in me, um,
Do it.
anyway,
I'm all for
that's
it.
right. Your IT project manager by day, cigar enthusiast by night. I'm working on a third hustle, might be in the trap, with a flick of the wrist, you know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, let's go. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the best podcast series in the world. You guys don't understand the way we talk about things here. Nobody talks about it like that. So go ahead, subscribe, share. Let's go.
Let's go. So, welcome to my home. So, let me tell you, listen, ladies, listen, ladies. I need you to see these little kids because apparently we doing something wrong and it's way too much pressure. So first of all, take the pressure off for the holidays. First of all, if you're African American, it's a whole damn list that we can now not shop from. RIP Walmart. I'm so sorry. And I love you. I visited you everywhere I go. But when you took away diversity, equity, and inclusion, you excluded me. So I will no longer step my foot in your store. Mm. And before you see this, yes, I want your Jersey Mikes. I didn't know the list was updated. But look, let's look at these kids because this shit is wild. Poor babies, just stressed out.
Mia,
Yeah.
when you grow up, you gonna get married.
Wow.
Mia,
Yeah.
I
Why?
because I'm gonna be broke. I gotta buy everything. Too much, I can't name it.
When I get married, I'm not gonna be broke
Why?
because my husband will work for me.
Good for you.
Too
So
bad
you lucky.
Too bad you're a boy and I'm a girl.
I'm planning to save my money and get a car, not waste it.
Nobody wants to waste money.
Well, you do when you grow up. You don't get married and waste all your boyfriend money on a Lamborghini, like you say.
I don't care about catching a boyfriend right now. I'm trying to catch a bug. I love baby hopping bugs. So cute.
Don't do dirt on the ground, Mia.
I thought that was the cutest thing ever. I told y'all all these kids and all this stuff has been popping up around kids on my timeline, and I think it's great. I prefer to look at that stuff over some of y'all content because y'all outrageous. Y'all even making up skits at this point. Over here, we keep it a book. Like I'm in my pajamas. We're gonna show up how we show up. However, I thought that was the cutest thing ever. But baby boy is stressed out. He said, I'm not getting married. It's too many bills. I can't even name them right now.
He didn't even hit puberty yet. He already thinking about the Lamborghini.
He said, you're gonna be fine. Your man got you. I'm gonna have pressure. I can't even name all the bills that I'm gonna have. So number one, his parents have been talking about it. She must be a stay-at-home mom. And the little girl is like, I'm catching bugs. I got bigger things to do right now. And did you catch how she had no problem killing that bug? She swatted that bug.
If you go places with your kids and you think your kids don't listen, your kids listening because the boy, I mean, I'm not saying girls don't have pressure, but the boy, he knows from jump. When I grow up, man, it's not gonna be easy. I'm gonna have to pay for your Lamborghini, my Lamborghini, everybody else Lamborghini.
Bless his heart. So, first of all, can we say this, ladies? I'm holding you accountable because it's time to hold people accountable. If we can sit here and say, at the very least financially, this is how I feel. If we can say we are the ones who hold the most degrees, Black women at this point, and we are. We're very much so climbing the ladder. We are holding very nice positions, and we are making enough to contribute to our home in a major way. Here is the reason why it's beneficial. That kid is stressed out already. Are there certain pressures, just like we have the pressures to automatically start thinking about being a mom, being a caretaker, and all those things, and it gives us pressure, and we have pushed back procreating? There's not a lot of people in this generation that are procreating. I love it, but I don't like it because it's out of like what was in that clip, right? And so men have a different type of pressure. Even it's implied, it's expected. One wrong move and you look down on if you don't provide completely for a home. I don't agree with that. I agree with y'all do what you need to do. Try to plan your pregnancy. That way, if you want to take a year or two off and leave that job and start another one, you can comfortably sit at home because you and your husband or spouse have or partner have sat at home and planned this so it won't be all this pressure on him. He could still work his regular hours, come home, and then be a contributor to the home. Ladies, stop trying to go against the Bible. We just do need to imply it differently now. He is the provider. So he now has to provide you with um, mental health support and all those things too, because you're working. So the same way you need him to care about how your day went at work, he needs you to care not to work him like a mule. That can't happen anymore. This baby is talking about damn Lamborghini, not just a car. Lamborghini. And she like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. She gave two fucks. Like she did not care. Like, I don't care. Yes, that is what my man gonna do. Okay. So,
I bet you he has a big brother that is either in high school or in college, and he hears them talk. And he hears his big brother talk or his uncle talk for him to be
mhm.
saying that kind of stuff. Because poor boy is stressed out. And the
I
sister is like,
mean,
well, sucks for you to be a boy.
I am so sorry, brother, but I can't even tell you to get the type of woman you need. Because listen, where we from, over here in Orange County, over here in Irvine, yeah, we don't do that. So I'm not doing that. Yes, and I'm gonna need you to get me a degree that I'm never gonna use, so that when you say something to me, I can tell you I'm just as good as you.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So
right.
let's get to the trivia. You know what? I'm in a really good mood today. Perhaps it's all the sleep I got. Yeah, when I tell y'all that edible was something else. It took all the pain out of my back. When I tell you I didn't feel a single nerve in my back, I felt like I weighed 120 pounds with no breasts, no headache. My hair wasn't itching. I'm telling you, I was so calm and collected. It was ridiculous, but it was to the point where I gave zero fucks. Okay. Like zero. So, no, I didn't even work last night. So, Christmas trivia. Everybody participate, please, in the comments and share this with others because y'all know JoJo don't know half this shit. I'm glad she doesn't care right
Um,
now. Enjoy childhood. Mommy, that's what I love the most out of it. So I wanted him to kind of come more to the other side, but he sound calm. He sound like his plan was, I'm going to take care of myself first, which I don't think is nothing wrong with it because the end result is going to be he's going to take care of himself first and the right woman is going to come along and it's going to work out perfectly. I like the way he's thinking because you should be a provider, but not to the point where you already at marriage counseling, my bro. You don't even have a partner. You at marriage counseling by yourself in elementary. So
I'm going to save my money and Mama buy a Lamborghini.
Bitch, I'm not finna do this with you. I'm not
That was
finna do this.
hilarious.
Mm-mm. And
That
don't
was
think I'm finna
hilarious.
date one of your homegirls, because I'm not. Okay. So kids can even watch the show from the rest of the show. So people like my second household, I need everybody to log in. Thank you. So Christmas movies. The top 5 Christmas movies, African American. I need us to run those numbers up for these movies. So number 1, what do you think it is? What do you think number 1 is out of all the Christmas movies, African American? And it is one that you know.
I don't know the title of this one, but it's the Christmas movie where the lady whooped her husband's ass in the bathroom. I think that was a Christmas movie, right?
Where she whipped her
There's
husband.
this Christmas movie where she finds out or suspects that her husband is cheating. There's a scene
Oh,
where she pours oil on the floor and he's sleeping and trying to catch a
this
step,
Christmas.
and she whooping him with a belt.
This Christmas. Okay, so this
That's the
Christmas.
one. That's the
Okay.
one.
Okay, so the number 1 movie is This Christmas. It is. The next number 2 is The Best Man Holiday. We used to have a tradition when all of us stayed at home. Now Gina doesn't stay at home, and I don't know what it is about something about when our traditions, one person is missing, we kind of feel bad keeping that tradition going on because they're not home. So but we used to go on Christmas night. We used to go and watch a movie. And that's I think that's the last one we went to see was The Best Man Holiday. Amazing movie. I cried. I love it. Almost Christmas. That is a movie with Danny Glover, Gabriella Union, and Omar Epps. I have not seen that movie. So that is one that I will be watching tonight. Friday After Next is number 4. And number 5, which is interesting because I don't really care about this movie. Interesting, but I've seen it a couple of times. The Preacher's Wife. So that is still a staple in the Black home. Just watched it last night. Which one? Which one best? Almost Christmas that I said I've never seen, or Best Man Holiday. So I'm going to try to watch at least 2 of our movies. Now, y'all know if you have children, you have to throw the child ones in there. So staples for me, and tell me what yours are Almost Christmas. Oh, then I gotta watch it and we can talk about it. Charlie Brown Christmas. You must see that tree that looks like a twig. Charlie Brown Christmas. I think everybody should watch Elf. And my third one, A Christmas Story, and Grinch. Grinch. I like all of those. So let's play our first video. And I'm going to play them in order, but the trivia questions are not so related to the movie. So don't think that I'm playing you the clip to give you the answer. I'm not. So let's see. Just a minute. Okay, so this is number 1.
Check out our link below to our list of 17 Black Christmas movies down in the description box. Let's start out with one of my favorites, The Wiz. Motown meets The Wizard of Oz in this musical that stars Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, and Richard Pryor. Dorothy is whisked away into a fantasy land and goes on search of the Wiz in order to return to Manhattan. The Wiz was not a critical or box office success when it was released, but it evolved into a cult classic that's widely watched in Black households around the holidays.
So it looks like, oh my gosh, technology is in my favor today. So Almost Christmas was the movie she said she watched, and then all good picks. So the first questions are related to this movie. I forgot I went back and redid it. Let's see. The movie Ludacris made. Oh yeah, that was a good one too. That's more a recent one. I forgot what it's called. If anybody could find it and put it in the comments, that would be great because that's another good one too. I did like it. Some people didn't like it, but I liked it. So trivia question number 1. In The Wiz, which actress played the iconic role of Dorothy, who is swept away to a magical land of Oz? So in the comments, put who played the lead role of Dorothy. And you should know that. You should know that, people. You should. Do you happen to know? She was just on the screen, but you might not know who she is. Yep, Diana Ross. Diana Ross, who is a famous singer and actress. She played in Lady Sings the Blues, and baby, you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be dressed like that when I used to see her. I love her. Felicia Rashad, I like watching women that dressed with just so much prestige and men just wanted them still. Like they didn't have to be half naked. I loved it. What type of character does Michael Jackson portray in The Wiz, and what unique ability does the character possess? So what character did Michael Jackson play, and what was his ability? Have you ever seen The Wiz? So first, let me share why everybody's getting their answers together. I didn't even know when The Wiz came up as a Christmas movie. I didn't even think that it was a Christmas movie. For some reason, I thought that the aunt was cooking for Thanksgiving. I forgot that it was actually a Christmas movie made around Christmas. I forgot.
Mhm.
Dashing Through the Snow is for Luda. Okay. And Scarecrow. That is correct. He played the Scarecrow who wishes to gain a brain to think logically and creatively. And we all know the real Michael Jackson was beyond smart. So let's see. The next question is there's 3 for every movie. In The Wiz, what is the name of the powerful character that Dorothy seeks to meet in order to help her return home? Who does the person play as well? Who plays the person too? You should know. Isn't it something how back in the day, like now you fight to have one person of our color in a movie, but back then, in the big box office movies, but now we have created such a space where just like The Wiz, you can literally cast so many and give them an opportunity to be on a platform. And I think that that's great. So let's see. That is correct. He was the Wizard of Oz, and it was played by Richard Pryor. My mother has so many staple movies in our home that it's certain things that we could do. So like if I Love Lucy comes on, with the way that she enters the room or whoever enters the room, before they even speak, I could tell you which episode that is going to be. Same with a couple of movies. That's interesting. Or you can hear a voice when they started doing voiceovers for cartoons and stuff like that. I will be able to pick up the voice and know who was playing that particular role. So let's look at number 2. We did number 1. So number 2, holiday movie. Play it in Black homes. Play it in mixed homes. Play it in homes where you've adopted our race so that they can see that we do amazing things. Pay homage and enjoy them yourself. I don't care what color you are. I just name movies from other races that I love. Home Alone. I love that one too. Here we go.
Last holiday. Queen Latifah stars in this absolute classic as an introverted saleswoman who gets diagnosed with a terminal illness. The heartbreaking news sets her free to withdraw her life savings and fly to Europe to do everything she's ever wanted to do. Queen Latifah is absolutely delightful in this movie. And LL Cool J also stars as her love interest. Go watch this one.
I love that movie. It is such a cute love story.
That movie was great.
It was so
Fantastic.
good.
By the way, a lot of people don't know, but the white gentleman who played the chef is a French actor called Gérard Depardieu.
Yes. So he has played in a couple of other things, and
Mhm.
he's one of the people that I don't know his name. But when he comes up in movies, I like him. I
Yeah,
like
I
him.
like him too. I like him too.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
really do.
Such a good
I
movie.
like
If you
him too. It's
haven't
a
seen it,
really,
yeah,
really good movie. See,
like beginning to end.
I think what makes the movie great is the Indian doctor can't figure out what's going on.
It
I
is
think
so funny to me.
that's so crazy.
Everybody played the heck out of their role. The little boy,
That's
the
right.
boss, the doctor, yeah,
Mhm.
the
That's right.
guy who was trying to figure out why she was there, and it really had nothing to do with the job. Like everybody played their role very
Very,
well.
very
No
well.
stigmas in it. It was. I liked it. I really did.
I really enjoyed that holiday movie. I
Yeah.
really did. I really did.
And he's a chef, right? Yes, he's a real
Yeah.
chef. So I've seen him on
Mhm.
other like chef shows.
On other stuff
Uh-huh.
too. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, so trivia question number 1. Who stars as the main character, Georgia Bird, in The Last Holiday? I just showed you. Everybody,
That would be Queen Latifah.
that is correct. So next question. Remember, it's 3 for every movie. What motivates Georgia Bird to take a lavish trip to Europe in Last Holiday?
She thinks she has a terminal illness, something in the brain that she thinks she's gonna die. And so she
Mhm.
figures, look, I've been working hard, saving all this money. They treat me like shit at work. So I'm gonna just pull all my money out and go blow it.
Yep.
Uh,
So that is it. She
mhm.
actually hit her head at work, had a scan done by a doctor that is absolutely hilarious. Reminds me of like a Nutty
Uh,
Professor, Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde, because that poor man, he just trying to figure his life out, child.
he did. He did.
And misdiagnosed her, and it was a mistake. So she decided to live her best
Misdiagnose
life.
everybody. Misdiagnose everybody.
I wasn't gonna call him out on everything, but um, quick update correlating it to real life, because here at Melanin Madam, it's Melanin Media. Let me tell you, you should stop living in a slave mentality. If you can't give yourself, and it's inherited. These are things that we're going to have to really try over the next, I'll say the next couple of generations, to train our brains to think differently. If you want to take that vacation, take that vacation. Don't wait until something like this happens or you get sick, or enjoy some of your money. And I know that there's a portion of us that are like her. You get in that position where you're like, I just want to save. I want to save just in case
Mhm.
something happens. What if? But a portion of that is that, yes, the machine was broken. A portion of that is that we're still coming out of the space and not even at the starting line where other races are. And that's okay. But enjoy some of your life too. That way you don't, because at this point, half of us is going to have strokes if we don't pull it together. And then what did you do it all for? Enjoy it. Smell the flowers. Take that expensive trip. I'm just saying, please don't be like the healthcare man who was just walking in to go to work and somebody pow-powed him. Life is short and people are getting crazier. Live your last day like it's your first day. And your first day, not to the point where you go out there and spend all that damn money and run up credit cards.
Because she pulled out her entire 401k and blew it.
She blew caution to the wind, baby. Let me tell you. And that's another reason, after I reflected back, I shared that with Kasha, it's around the time that she passed. And it just made a year. But before she passed away, the last 2 weeks before she passed away, I was very uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable because we talked all the time. And she told me she loved me all the time. But these I love yous were different. Um, at that particular time, I was struggling with something, deciding if I wanted to do this or that. And she sent me money, and not a little bit of money. And when I tried to give it back, because me and her had some of the same issues, she wanted me to have it so bad, I kept it and was like, I'll just put it to the side in case you ever need it. She did a lot of things. And so I think that she also knew, because there were other things going on that we obviously it doesn't have to be expensive, just fun. Right. It doesn't.
Mhm.
But if it is that expensive thing, do it every other year, but do something for yourself that makes it worth it. When I vacationed more, I lived better, because I would come from, like, my life was built around being excited for the next quarterly trip versus all of the things that was going on. I don't know. I just think we have to be very intentional with how we go forward in life, because she sure did. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And that's why I say the slave mentality. We're made to believe you better show up, you better show out. We don't even want to miss a day because we're afraid. Well, what happens if I'm gone? What if they throw me under the bus? What they put
Right.
all of those things in us. They're not real, you guys. I've worked on the HR side. I've been in that seat. It's not real. It's not. I'm just saying. So enjoy your life and live and be happy. So the next movie, that was number 2. Now number 3. Enjoy.
Number 3, Almost Christmas. Almost Christmas is about a dysfunctional family that comes together to celebrate Christmas for the first time since their mother's death. And as expected, the time they spend together is filled with a lot of drama and comedy. It stars Kimberly Ellis, Monique, Gabrielle Union, Carrie Hilson, Danny Glover, Omar Epps, and many more.
So this one is a really good one from what I see and for what it says in the comments. I have not seen it, so I can't tell you what it's about. But let's get into the next set of questions. And I believe we have 2 more. Let me see which video is going to be next. Okay, let's do Friday After Next. So the first question is, or do y'all want to see the clip first? Should I play the clip first? Let's play the clip. It's short. Enjoy.
Number 4, Friday After Next. Let the hilarity begin with a twist of the holidays. Craig and Day Day are back in the old neighborhood. Santa Claus breaks into their run-down apartment, stealing all their presents and rent money. In hopes of avoiding eviction, they take up security guard jobs at the local strip mall. All type of shenanigans ensue after.
Y'all, when I tell you that movie played in my house, I don't know how many times, because I love it. I love Day Day in that movie. When he like not on duty, not on duty. Every time he's a security guard, I know every single line from those parts. And me and my sister used to say them. One of my sisters, not Todd, because she don't really talk. Not out loud. But me and one of my sisters used to say the words all the time. And at this time, she was a trainer at the company we worked at, and I was HR. Y'all, I was a cool ass HR person. Should I go back into HR or should I keep in project management? Y'all tell me what you think. It's funny as hell. I was a cool ass HR person. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. Let's see. So the first question is, who plays the role of Craig? His name was Jones. Craig Jones in Friday After Next. So who plays Craig? Did anybody know that was his last name in the movie?
I never knew the last name, but yeah, Ice Cube, of course.
Yep, Ice Cube. I think that everybody will get that correct. Ice Cube.
That's right.
Next question is, in Friday After Next, what special job do Craig and Day Day take on to earn extra cash during the Christmas holiday? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, and let's not forget that Cat Williams was in that movie. I
I was
love
just about
him.
to say, my first
Yes.
time seeing Cat Williams, hilarious. The
Oh my
pimp, I
gosh.
mean, okay, so I want to let everybody know that when I came to the United States in 2004, I only spoke British English. So English that I'm speaking now, I was speaking very differently. And
Okay.
I knew early on, if I want to get girls, I'm gonna have to, change a little bit of how I talk. I watched all all the Ice Cube movies and
Shut up.
and all the Cat Williams movies, and that's how I learned how to roll my tongue to speak American English. See, in England we say water. Here we say water.
Right.
I had to learn that quick. So I binge watched all these movies, and that's how I learned American English. So I watch these movies back to back. I watch Friday, next Friday, Friday after next, all the Cat Williams specials. I watch all of that, and that's how I learn English. So some of these movies, I actually know a few lines by heart.
Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
I would have yeah, I would have never thought that. Well, no. I wouldn't think that you would pick those movies.
Those were
But
the ones
that's
that I could get my
awesome.
hand on. Oh, all about the Benjamins. Ice
Okay.
Cube and Mike Epps.
Mm-hmm.
15, 28, 45, 47, 45, 47. What beyond all limits?
Where there's a will, there's a way. Being resourceful.
So yeah. So all the Mexicans that say, well, I've been here 20 years, I don't speak English. Yeah, get you some Ice Cube CDs.
It's because they don't want to learn the shit. Let's just keep it a butt. Because yes,
Get
at
you some
some
Ice
point you
Cube
start picking
CDs
up.
for real.
Right. Oh my God. Okay, so the last question for this one is what is the name of the character who dresses as Santa Claus and ends up causing chaos in the neighborhood?
Damn, man, I have his name on the tip of my tongue.
This answer is wrong, but I'm glad I know the right answer.
I have his name at the tip of my tongue. This comedian. He has that radio show. Damn. What's this guy's name? Damn.
Shut up. Mm-hmm.
He had beef with Cat Williams. Ricky Smiley.
Ricky Smiley. Ricky
Smiley.
Smiley, and he was Dirty Santa. In here, it got Mike Epps. That's the answer, but it's in the trivia questions that I pulled, but
Mhm.
that's not the right answer.
That's why
Um,
that wasn't Ricky Smiley. Yeah.
let's
I told you,
see.
I binge watch all the comedians. So
So let's see what the next one is. That was number 4, and we have the last one, number 5, The Preacher's Wife.
And number 5, The Preacher's Wife. The only reason you need to watch this movie is the fact that Denzel and Whitney star in it. But if you need more reasons, then know that this is such a great holiday movie to watch with the whole family. Denzel stars as an angel sent down to help a good reverend get his focus back, but the angel himself gets distracted by the reverend's charming wife. The soundtrack is also incredible.
Let's see. Never saw it. Which one? Which one did you never see? Okay, so the first question is, Who plays the role of the angel Dudley, who is sent to help a preacher and his wife and the preacher's wife? He was just on the screen.
Yeah, Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. Which actress portrays the character of Julia Big, the preacher's wife, who is feeling neglected in her marriage?
Whitney Houston.
Oh, you never saw Preacher's Wife? Not you. I think I watched it once, long time
Yeah, I
ago.
think I watched it once a long time ago. I watched it once to remember a few scenes. I have a few flashes. I think I watched it. You know, a lot of these movies, when I watched them back home, they were translated in French. They're not memorable in the same way. You know? And so
Oh,
I wasn't able to remember it vividly. And so I know this because I watched Mary Poppins in French, and then I watched it in English a few years later, and I could see the difference. It's like it doesn't have the
it doesn't
same
translate the
it
same
doesn't have the same impact.
impact.
Mhm.
So that would be a good space for somebody to get into. So, fun fact: the African family that I said that I really like that makes movies that I watch. Before, I still think she has the best voice ever. She had an amazing voice in that movie. And anyway, they had started saying that they were writing scripts. And so they write their scripts in English, not in their language. And so they also do a reality show. And one of the times the mom was like, I didn't go to school or whatever to learn to speak English. Bear with me with my English. So I inboxed her and was like, if you want, we can collab and I'll translate the stuff for you in English because you are using the wrong words and some of them are actually offensive. I don't know how it's
Mhm.
not being caught, but she never responded, but she's asked a couple times and I offered to help her. But now at this point, just to be quite honest, she's yes, I would charge her greatly because they've done a couple things I don't like. Like they've started coming to America and making movies in America, portraying Americans, but bringing their own crew. And that's one of the things that I don't like. When you are somewhere, you should pay homage to that place as well. And to come here and bring your whole staff or only interact with people that are from where you're from, that's kind of one of the complaints that we have here. We would never go to your space and do that. So I would charge her greatly. Last question for this movie is, what classic Christmas song does Whitney Houston perform in The Preacher's Wife that captures the film's holiday spirit? Oh no, the way Whitney performs several songs, I Believe in You and Me is also a notable performance in the film. So it's not I Believe in You and Me. And I don't know none of the names to none of the songs. So I'll just give it. The name to the song is My Heart is Calling. That's supposed to be the name of the song. Last, we have two more. Okay, this Christmas, let's see here. The first question for the movie this Christmas is, which actress plays the role of the eldest daughter Christmas time? Oh, I guess that was her nickname in the movie. Christmas time in the film This Christmas. So who is the person who plays the eldest daughter? And they called her Christmas time in the film This Christmas. It is Regina King. Regina King played the eldest sister. She's the one who put the baby
oil
oil
on the floor.
on the floor and had
I
gotten fed up from
I
doing
remember
that.
being shocked seeing that on TV for the first
I,
time.
I think
I
that
was
was the
shocked.
funniest shit. I
I was
said, oh,
shocked. I was like, they put that on TV? I was shocked.
I was like, that's the new. I mean, that kind of brings forth the definition of I'm gonna whoop your ass. I mean,
Mhm.
You put him in the shower so he's wet. Now he done stepped out and he on baby oil. And he got to make it from where he is to the front door because y'all at your family's house when you found
Mm-hmm.
all of this out and chose to.
Yeah.
That was very Medea-ish. There are some things that we can learn from Medea that I truly appreciate. What significant surprise does the character Michael bring to the family gathering in this Christmas? So what was the gift that he brought or the surprise? I loved it. I loved it too. Because how dare you do that to her?
I have a feeling a lot of women love that movie for that scene.
Mhm. I also, yeah, I did. And I like the fight in the front yard between the sisters. Um, I like the mom being busted out for having a man and she could find, girl, go on and stop lying. We already know all of this is occurring. You wasting our time. How about that?
Mhm.
So the surprise was that he came home unexpectedly from military. So that was a surprise. Question number 3. We only have 3 more questions after this, you guys. I love these questions. Stuff I didn't know. Yep. So last question for this movie is what is the name of the family matriarch who tries to keep everyone together as they face various personal challenges during the holiday? So you can either say her name in the movie or you can say her name in real
Her
life.
name in real life.
Mhm.
Mm.
And she played on I could see the movie in my head. Oh gosh. The movie with the 4 women. I should be ashamed. I could see the movie in my head. Um
The Holiday, you said?
it's not a holiday movie. It's a movie where Bernadine's husband cheats on her with the secretary. She burns up all his stuff. I don't know why the name of this movie is not coming to my head. But anyway, she played in that movie too. With the 4 friends. Mm-hmm. Where the man wore the leather outfit in Waiting to Exhale. Thank you, Jesus in heaven. Waiting to Exhale. So
I've never seen that movie either.
it's a good one. It's a nice girls movie. It's a good one. Um,
Oh, okay.
it was Medea. They called her Medea in the movie, and Loretta Devine was the
Mm.
person who was in there. Okay, last one, ladies and gentle people. It is the Best Man Holiday. So, first question is who plays the character Lance, a former NFL player, in the Best Man Holiday? On the Best Man Holiday, wasn't he still? Yeah, he was still a football player. You don't know who played the main male character?
I
on
never
Best-
watched it.
Oh, okay.
I've
Let,
never watched it.
so let me see something real quick while you guys get that answer. I actually have something, not a clip, but because you could still keep answering. This one,
Oh.
he's in that picture.
Um, so Morris Chestnut, because he's the only one who would have the physique to play a football player among all 4 of them.
Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut.
That
Okay.
is the answer. Mm-hmm. So, next question. In the Best Man Holiday, what pivotal news brings the group of college friends together for their holiday reunion? So, what is the reason why they all met back up? That's a little bit.
I would presume because from the name of the movie that one of them is getting married.
Mm,
No.
in the
Mm.
initial Best Man, there's one before this one. That's when those
Okay.
2 got married, and then this one
Okay.
was the next year, for
Okay.
Christmas. Mhm.
Okay.
So what brought them back together is the reunion is centered around the serious health issue of one of their friends who reveals that she has cancer. So Morris Chestnut's wife has cancer,
Oh,
Mia. And last question, which actor portrays the character Harper Stewart, the author and main character in The Best Man and Best Man Holiday, or one of the main characters? So it's one of the males. He played the author.
yeah. I'm not.
It is,
I know him by face, but not by name.
which one is it?
It would have to be the other bald one, not
That is
the
correct.
yes, the bald. Yeah.
Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs.
Yep, it's Tay Diggs. Let's see. Make sure I get all of the comments. I'm seeing some here that are not here. Davis. What's his? No, no. His name on the movie was Harper Stewart, and then it's Tay Diggs in real life. So that is, let me make sure that is it for our trivia. I thought all of those Black movies were great. Um, there's some staples that are never going to go away from our childhood that we love that do not include a single Black person. And I mean, if you want to keep watching them, you can, but I strongly suggest that you make our movies staple in our homes because representation is truly everything, especially with kids mirroring so much that they see right now. Let them see movies like this because in all of these movies, they're successful people. They're people that if they do something wrong, it's not glorified, like the cheating and those type of things. It's not glorified. When they find out, you get in trouble for it. But guess what? When you get in trouble for it, you're still loved. Nobody shut you out. It's not a lot of violence. And in those other movies, like in This Christmas, for example, there was a white girl brought home. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. That's a true reflection of what most of our households look like. Most of our households are mixed race. We have everybody over, and that doesn't bother us at all. We are rooted in love. So let them see a lot more of that. And they have homes that matriarch and the father worked hard to build a home that a family can come back to. And it's tradition and it's all of those things that we're getting away from. But I love that these movies include it and show us in a good light. So if you can, watch some of those movies. It shows morals, right? It shows it shows who we truly are, what our homes really look like. Because when statistics are ran, there are more homes with mother and father in it than not. But that's not what we see. It actually shows the exact opposite. But statistically speaking, there are more married Black couples in middle class neighborhoods with children running their household. It is. So they need to see that it is more of that. If you think about it, what helped us? Some of the things that I looked forward to watching was The Cosby Show, Family Matters, all of those type of shows because it showed what it was like to have a big family. It added to what I had at home. It gave me an opportunity to see it and to feel that it was real and tangible. It just works that way. I don't know why, but it just works that way. So that is it from me. I hope you enjoyed the show. On Tuesday, I will think of something else good we can talk about on Tuesday. So there will be a lesson. Now, we'll tell you as a spoiler alert. Next Thursday, we will be having a spotlight for fathers because I've been noticing that some people are not getting their due credit as fathers. And in the last couple of years, there have been some really good, it's because we live our lives. Who is better to write them? Correct. Correct. It changed once we got to have our own writers. That is correct. A correct depiction, words and things we could relate to. You are right. We have a lot of good kids that have gone to college, like my cousin Donovan, who is playing football. He could not, he's at Colorado. He couldn't come home for Thanksgiving because they made it to the playoffs. He pays homage to his parents and they are divorced, but he pays homage to his mom and he pays homage to his dad, and they can coexist. But there are some fathers out there that are really falling by the wayside. And I feel like they need attention. And for me, that's calling out the ladies. It's not okay. So I'm going to use my platform to highlight and talk about what the impact of a father is in a home, because it is very important. And then call some ladies out, because y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all out here looking like single moms, and the dad was there the whole time. Just because he wasn't with you, you're not a single mom, honey. He was there helping you. A single mom is somebody that doesn't have anybody to help. And these men did a great job, and they ain't gonna bust your ass out. But I'm gonna play a couple of things. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, whatever. But kids, once you get grown, pay homage to your father and your mother. Don't let them keep using you like that. Call them out. Tell them it hurts you and you want them to both exist. You love them both. How about that?
That's right. That's right. Oh, I'm looking forward to that episode now.
Yeah. He made All State too. He sure did
Mm.
and did. I am so proud of my cousin, my first cousin. I am so proud of all of them, actually. But I really want to highlight them. Again, representation is everything. And
That's right.
I got to
What
call
sport
the
is his
ladies out.
name?
Donovan English.
Yeah.
Mhm. Donovan English. And remember, I told you
What,
I have two twin uncles, and those twin uncles had boys that left and went to college and graduated seniors the same year, and now they play football. So one is
okay,
playing for the
football.
Navy on the
Okay.
East Coast, and then one is playing at Colorado, and he is really knocking it out of the park, and they're really diligent in their academics and everything. But they came from homes where the mother did a lot of the work, because my uncle Ronald, he was a football coach. So he did what
Mhm.
he could when he's there, but that dynamic duo, that's something else. It really is. And whenever my uncle Ronald had the chance, he flies the family to where he is if he needs to, and he'll come home for a day. When I graduated with my master's, that man came home for a couple of hours and got right on the plane and left. It that meant the world. That out of that whole day, more than crossing the stage, what was most important to me is the people that were there. I didn't want gifts. I didn't want any of that. I wanted the people there. That matters even as adults. So keep showing up for your people you love too. So women are more of some are more of the razor than the mom, especially when there's boys. They are. Even that's why a father being in and out and not being as present as they should matters. So when you have ones that do, baby girl, you couldn't have did that by yourself. You couldn't. And you should encourage your children to love their father, because not everybody has a mother and a father. You know, Georgia, I do have a question before we go. What would make somebody want to take that away? What do you think would make somebody want to take that away from their child? We hear people all the time, I love my kids, I'll die for my kids, this and that. But you want to separate them from their bloodline. You want to make them not as close to the other parent. Why do you think Black women do that? I want to know specifically Black women, not somebody else.
Well,
Why?
in my observation, I think two things are happening, and it's only an observation. Why it's like that, I don't know. But my observation or my interpretation of what I have observed, two things that I see are happening here. If there's a history of seeing women go through motherhood by themselves, so people just repeat what they see. And so if there's been a history of women being able to do it, I guess the question becomes, how are they able to do it? But if you see uh, throughout history a pattern of women who are not with their man those women are able to maintain children. Sometimes we confuse raising kids with maintaining kids. They're able to maintain kids and think that that's raising. So the next group who's seen their moms before them do it, they just think that they can do it as well. So I think some people just fall in that cycle of seeing that, look, my mom raised me, so I guess I could do it too. So I think that's happening. I think another thing that's happening is sometimes with the help of the way the law is set up, sometimes the child is instrument get back at the father for something that the mother dislikes the father for. And so that's what I've observed. That's what I see. Some women sometimes use the children as pawns to get back at the dad. And that's what I've observed. I see it happen. Saying that's what everybody does, but I'm saying I've
Right,
observed.
right. Mhm. Well, before we go, let's start thinking about that for the next show. People in the audience and anybody that hears it and wants to come back on for that show as well. If you want to be highlighted as a father and you want to have a picture of you and your child, you can send it to me at talktomadam@gmail.com and I will work it into the show as well. I want to highlight as many fathers as I can. And I have a special surprise. I've reached out to some of the male children as well to see if they want to have a message for their child. Their parents, specifically their dad.
So that would be
One thing
nice.
that Thank
That would
you.
be
One thing that I really try. I be trying to think outside of the box. I promise.
that would really be nice.
I think it would. I think it's nice for men to hear the impact that they have had because mothers hear, we tell our moms all the time, but not often do the males hear. Every now and then, I will shoot a message out to my uncles and let them know how much I appreciate them, admire them, and all of those things. And that I too am an extension of them and that their hard work didn't go in vain, even though they had me in therapy. Um, no, because he don't want her or she's crazy. If he's a good father, if he's not, I understand. Right. But that's what I I think that what Jojo gave is one of the reasons. And I also think, and we'll talk about it. Thank you, friend. The last thing that I will say, because again, this is a topic for next Thursday, and I know Ron Ron wants to be here for it. We've got to see how
Mhm.
jealous people are and what jealousy does. Jealousy, I'm very afraid of jealousy. I really am because it makes people do things that are completely off their rocker. I think sometimes when, let's say, the woman comes from a home where, like JoJo said, I saw my mom do it. It was so hard for me. Things aren't going exactly the way I wanted to go. So I don't, I don't want it at all. You're not thinking about your child. You're being selfish. Let's call it what it is. Because if he has good standing, can do these things, can show up, and then not only just from him, if he has a nice village around him, so it appears as though his side can show up better and look better. I believe that the woman spends a lot of her time trying to make him look bad and put him in bad positions because she feels outnumbered and thinking that he will love that side more, or that's when it becomes almost like what we see happening when somebody gets married and the husband's mom will start to do things to separate, when at that point it should
That's a
become
real
one.
thing.
I think we should have got bigger and stronger. I'm just seeing so much jealousy lately, JoJo, and it's showing up in all of these places that we've never paid attention and looked. But now that we have so much exposure to things and we getting to see, wait a minute, because it's not in your household. Now you're looking at a video about it and you like, that shit is weird. Why would you do that? And then your brain says, when somebody do it in your household or whatever, you like, oh shit, this is happening and this is unhealthy.
Wow.
I think that that's something
Like,
that has been
I didn't know
really
that was a
heavy on my
real
heart
thing.
lately.
So that's a real thing that goes on in some people's minds. That's a real thing.
I'll talk
Wow.
to you when you get off so I can prepare you for the next show. So
Okay.
everybody,
Well, I'll be here next week then, because I wouldn't want to miss that for nothing. Can we do brothers too? Like if you have an older brother
of
and
course.
yeah, because um my father is 40 years older than his last kid, and he wasn't really present. I'm the one that
Right.
kind of did the raising. So if there's a spot like that, then maybe I should be able to.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Of
So
course.
next
Of
week.
course. Of course. Mm-hmm. Of
All right,
course.
next week. I won't miss it. I'll be here.
Okay, good. So that is it from us tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining and participating. It means so much when you guys show up because I'm going to be a millionaire one day and I'm going to have 1 million subscribers and I'm going to have to try to figure out how to pick y'all's comments out because I'm loyal to the soil and I'm never going to ignore my people. But I'm saying the comments might be going so fast I can't see them. I really love doing the shows right now where most people are on the East Coast. So I moved it back a bit so I can still have y'all because I'm nervous, child. Anyway, show up next week. We're going to have a great show on Tuesday and then a little bit, a celebratory show on Thursday. Yeah, that's celebratory. And I think it's going to be great. I think it really is. Men are powerful. Women are powerful too. But men, y'all have some great power. We don't
That's
just want
right.
Lamborghinis. We
That's
don't just
right.
want Lamborghinis. We want you guys to
That's
show up with
right.
a Lamborghini spirit. If you can buy me a
That's
Honda,
right.
if you can pay one payment, I'm gonna love it. If you could buy me flowers or Wingstop, I'm gonna love it because guess what? That came from your heart. To keep a roof over our head. I'm not that down here. So that is it from us tonight. Jojo, do you want to say something before we are out? Subscribe and like on the way out, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the best podcast out there. And yes, gentlemen, start saving on your Lamborghini. Start early. That's right. See y'all next week.
Good night.